Hi guys, how we doing? Paul here from the Free Hammers, and I'm back with another transfer update video. Again, another big news. We've made a new signing, and I've actually been looking it up. I've been pronouncing his name wrong for months. But yes, we've signed Cohen Torre. Torre is how you say his name. I've been calling him Tor for however long, yeah. But no, I looked it up this time. Cohen Torre, I think, is how it's pronounced. So yeah, anyway. Signed to the club. Fantastic news. This is one we've really known about this for a long time. It seems like he's been Bilic's target for pretty much since he signed, pretty much since Bilic took over as manager. It's been in the pipeline for a long time. People have been saying it's been done pretty much since January. And now it's finally official. It's finally on the website. Although there has been a bit of a change, it's a loan with an option to buy, rather than just a straight out transfer. So apparently we've paid 2.5 million, a loan fee, and then if we want to keep him, we've got an option to pay a further 10 million at the end of the season to make it a permanent transfer. A little bit about him, I've been looking up, done a little bit of research. He's 24 years old, Turkish international. He actually grew up in Germany though. He's a right winger primarily, but he's comfortable with either foot. I don't know if he's played on the left wing, but he probably could play there if needed. In his career, he's made 187 appearances, scored 27 goals, and made 35 assists. So you know, that's not an incredible goal scoring record. He seems to be more of a creator, kind of like Faguli as well, more of a creator rather than cutting into the box and scoring goals. But that's fine. So yeah, he's 24 years old. He's only really settled down at a club the last couple of years. He started his career at Bayer Leverkusen. Only played at youth level there though. Then he went to Chelsea in 2009. Again, he only played at youth level, but that's a good sign. It's good to see that he did spend. I think he was there for 2 years. So he did spend a couple of years in London, so he knows the city. He's played in England before, even if it was just at youth level. He has played in the country before, so we should have a decent idea of what's to come. In 2011, he moved to Hamburg SV, where he spent a season in the Bundesliga. So he's played in Germany as well. And then he moved to Rubin Kazan, Russian team, in 2012. Didn't really play for them at all though. When I was looking it up, it said he only made 7 appearances. I think most of them were substitute appearances. And from there he went to Besiktas on loan in 2013, and they made the move permanent at the end of the season. He's since played 111 games for Besiktas, scored 19 goals. Obviously he played under Bilic there as well when Bilic was manager. So he knows him well. Like I say, Bilic has been after him ever since he came to West Ham, and Torre won the title with Besiktas last year, so that's good for him. Maybe that's good timing. He's won the title there. Now he can move on, further his career in England. Again, doing some research, looking on WhoScored.com, they list his strengths as dribbling, key passes, and passing in general, and his weaknesses as his defensive contribution. He's obviously an attacking winger, but that could be a problem if he plays on the right hand side. And if Bilic does decide he's going to go with Antonio at right back this season, I would feel more comfortable having a winger in front of him who is able to cover. Antonio, I'm sure he could be a great right back, but it's going to take him time to learn the position properly. And it's learning the defensive positioning, and obviously Antonio loves to bomb forward. He loves to get down the wings. If he's overlapping Torre and Torre's there with him on the wing on the edge of the box, there's no cover at all. I could see that maybe being a problem. We could end up exposed at right back. I don't know. Bilic, I'm sure, knows what he's doing. So yeah, we'll have to trust him on that one, and we'll see how the season develops. Also, this is style of play. Likes to shoot from distance, likes to dribble, does not dive into tackles. So yeah, another one who likes to shoot from distance. We can add him to Paye. Lanzini, Faguli as well. I think don't mind having a crack. Loves to dribble. It's going to be an exciting team. I'll tell you what. You know, if you look at the players we've got there now, like I say, Lanzini, Payet, Torre, Faguli, Antonio as well. That's a real exciting, you know, sort of attacking midfield there. Now we just need that striker. We just need that big striker to top it all off. Do you know what I mean? I think if we do manage to bring in a real good goal scoring striker this window, you know, we could be something special next season. So yeah, but anyway, back to Torre. I can't say I've watched Turkish football, so I haven't seen him play. But you know, looking at clips on YouTube and stuff, he seems to be very fast. Loves to take on his man, so he's very direct, and he does seem to create quite a lot of chances. I mean, overall, I think it's a good signing. Going back to where apparently we had this all agreed months and months ago, but now it's become a loan. From the sounds of things, initially we did want to sign him without a loan. We just wanted to sign him outright. But he's had some off-field issues in Turkey in the past, and also a couple more recently as well now. So it seems maybe the club were a little bit worried about that. So I think it's a good move. You know, to be honest, I don't think you can go wrong with a loan if there is an option to buy it. I don't think you can go wrong. If a player comes in and they're brilliant, you've got that option there. As long as it's concrete, you know, fantastic. If it doesn't work out, then you know you can send them back, and you haven't really lost much. 2.5 million is not much of a loan fee, really, to be honest. I think Jack Sullivan said on Twitter it was a massive loan fee. It's not. 2.5 million. Let's be honest, it's nothing. It's not really anything. So that's fine, and I think that's a good move. Bring him in on loan. We'll see how he settles in. See if he can put those off-field issues behind him, and hopefully he cracks on this season. And you know, 24 years old. He's just coming into his prime, so you know it could be a really good signing. Yeah, so I mean, overall, I'm excited for this move. It'd be interesting to see how we line up now with two very exciting wingers in Faguli and Torre. I imagine they'll both be competing for that right wing spot with Lanzini in the middle and Payet on the left. So yeah, I mean, it all looks good. Other transfer news. Apparently, we've signed Ashley Fletcher, who's a young striker from Man United, very highly rated. Apparently, he was higher rated than Rashford. He's come to West Ham past the medical, but nothing official has been announced yet. So hopefully, we'll get another video out maybe later this week if it does become official. If we do sign him, that's an interesting one. James Tompkins has gone to Palace for 10 million, possibly rising to 12.5 million with add-ons. A lot of people very sad to see Tonks go. I can't say I'm one of them. I know he's a West Ham boy, came up through the academy, but I don't know. He never really made an impression on me, James Tompkins. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on exactly why, but never really made an impression on me. He's a good, solid player. He's a good defender. I don't think he's a great defender, although he did have a good season last year and he did very well filling in at right back. But then I think, you know, obviously that's not where he wants to play. It's not his natural position. He's not going to be first choice at West Ham, according to Slav. That's what it looks like anyway. You know, he needed to move. He wanted first team football. So, you know, I think that's a good move for him, and I think for us as well, potentially 12 million for what was essentially our fourth choice centre back. That's great business, you know. So overall, I think that's a good move for everybody all round. You never know, maybe we'll see Tonks back one day in the future. But yeah, good luck to him. I hope he does well at Palace. Other news, Sacco apparently has handed in a transfer request now. It's looking increasingly likely he'll be gone by the end of this window. It's a shame because he's a good player, but I mean, he seemed to have a bit of an attitude problem recently. You know, he's had some off-the-field issues, crashing his car and stuff, and there's been loads of rumours flying about. And let's be honest, at the end of the day, he's not irreplaceable. You know, he's a good player. Again, I don't think he's a great player. There's a lot of potential there with Sacco, but he hasn't really, when he first joined, he was fantastic, scoring goals for fun. He never really kept that up, and then he's had injury problems as well. So, you know, as long as we do bring in a decent replacement, I won't be too sad to see Sacco go. But I mean, that is the thing. We need to bring in a decent replacement. Valencia as well seems to be on his way out. Rumours are Lazio are in for him. So if he goes, if Sacco goes, you know, we're left with Andy Carroll up front. Does anyone really want to go into a season relying on Andy Carroll to stay fit? So, you know, if them two go, we really need to bring in two good strikers. Then we'll have Carroll, two good strikers, hopefully. We've got Tony Martinez, who played against Seattle the other night. I thought he looked decent. Quite sharp, decent movement. It'd be interesting to see how he gets on. So then we'll have four strikers there. You know, that should be fine. That should be plenty. As for targets, you know, striker targets, who knows? Carlos Bacca seems to be the main target now. And this is getting a bit ridiculous. Apparently we're meeting his representatives today. Originally we went in for him weeks ago. And apparently we had everything agreed, wages agreed as well with him for about £70,000 a week. But we held off to chase other targets like Lacazette, Batshuayi, which is fine. I don't really mind that. But since then, Sullivan's come out and told the world we've offered Carlos Tevez 150 grand a week. And now we've gone back in for Bacca. Now everyone else has turned us down. All of a sudden, his wage demands have changed. He wants £140,000 a week. What a surprise. Where did that come from? You know, I said at the time, I don't know why Sullivan felt the need to come out and tell the world that we'd offered Tevez 150 grand a week. I don't know what he was trying to achieve there. Whether he was trying to say to our potential big targets like Lacazette, listen, this is what we can pay you. But then you would have thought that they'd been able to tell that to his agents anyway. All it did was let the world know and let any striker know. We've already made it clear we're after a striker. Everyone knows that's West Ham are desperate for a striker. We're trying to sign a striker. And now all these strikers know that we've got 150 grand a week to spend. So any half-decent striker who we're linked with now, that's their starting point. That's where they're going to come in and say, all right, then, I want this much. That's how much I want per week. So I don't think that was smart from Sullivan. I don't know what the end goal there was. But still, that's the way it is. That's what happened. That's how much Bacca wants now. So, you know, he's a very good player. Very, very good player. Carlos Bacca, fantastic conversion rate. One of the best in Europe for actually putting chances away. You know, his goals to shots ratio. Only worry is his age. What is he, 29? So he's not the youngest, but if he can score goals, who cares? It doesn't matter. Hope we get this one over the line. Like I say, apparently we're meeting with his representatives today. Hopefully something can happen this week. What have we got? The home kit is revealed. Is that later this week? So maybe they're going to try and get it in line with that. Who knows? Other targets, Janssen, who we're linked with, seems to be going to Tottenham. All gone quiet on Lacazette. Seems to be dead now. I mean, that one would have been the dream transfer, but you know, it seems like we've just been strung along. Every time they kept putting the price up, each time we've got in and bid more, and then it seems like maybe at the end he's just turned around and said, oh, well, listen, I don't want to come anyway. So what a complete waste of time that was. Apart from that, I mean, who knows? We seem to be getting further and further down the list. We've been linked with Gabbiadini, Sosa from Valencia, but you know, we are going further and further down the list. So it's interesting. Even though we had a really good season last year, and we are moving into this brand new massive stadium, we're not quite that level yet. We're still not a draw for those top players. You know, hopefully we have a couple of good seasons. If we do well in Europe, aim for that to be competing for that Champions League spot in the next couple of years. Maybe then we'll start being able to attract these big players. But at the minute, you know, we're not quite at that level yet. If we do want to start signing these top names, we're going to have to throw silly money around. And it seems like the owners have said, no, we're not prepared to do that. We'd rather be, I want to say, be kind of more sensible. I don't know if sensible is the right word, but, you know, see how it pans out, basically. Yeah, hopefully that's the right way to go. Anyway, that's it. There's not really any other news to talk about. Plenty of time left to go in the window, so fingers crossed, you know, we get something over the line. We get Bakker in, we'll get hopefully another striker, and I think we do need two. If all else fails, I'm sure we can give Carlton Cole a ring. I'm sure he'll be happy to come back and help us out. But yeah, anyway, that's all the news there is today. Welcome Gökhan Töre. Really pleased to see him finally join after all these weeks and months of speculation. Fantastic, delighted. Can't wait to see him in a West Ham shirt. I hope we really kick on this year. Let's get a couple of strikers in. Hopefully I'll be back with another transfer update soon when we've signed Bakker. But yeah, that's it. We'll be back with the podcast on Wednesday as usual. So we'll see you then. Cheers.